welcome back. We're back for one more video. Okay, so let's start working with our Team Kumite. In the last video, we created a event of Team Kumite, but we did it manually. We never got to use the scoreboard. So on this video, we are focusing on the use of the scoreboard and how are we going to really run the full event through the karate tournament system. Okay, so great. Let's begin. We go to Team Kumite and we're going to look for the event that we used the last time. Okay, we're going to competition of 3. We're working on 3 teams. So we were working on the event number 20, if you could remember. So we're going to open that event. And we're going to go to the tab number 1, okay? And you're going to say, yeah, but this is already all decided, right? It already has a lot of information on it. It doesn't really matter because once we run the scoreboard, he will erase all this and he will put the information that is going to pull from the event that you just did. But even though we know that, we will just remove the information to avoid that you get confused, okay? I don't want you to be confused by seeing a lot of information on the screen, even if the competitors have not competed yet. But remember that the information, even if it's there, if you go through the scoreboard system will clear all this up and just leave the information of the competitors that are on that moment competing on the scoreboard. So we'll just shut all this stuff down. We'll just clear it. It just takes a few seconds. It's no big deal. Everything is going. And this is the manual way we did it. And this is the manual way we are removing it. Okay, so it's a quick thing. Just takes a few seconds. And we still got one more. It's this one. Okay, great. Gonna remove this numbers from here and here and here. We check all those check boxes off. This is off. This is off. Now we'd like to click save, and just to make sure that we are on the clear, nobody should be getting a check. Yep, nobody got a check, so that means they're not deciding nothing. And then we go to the results. Everybody got 0. Everything is in 0. Nobody has nothing. Yep. So we're going to go to the first event. Beautiful. Okay, so the first thing we got to know is who is going to compete. So we're going to start with the team 1 and 2. And the competitors are going to be these 2 guys. Okay. Edgard. And then we got here Camila. Those are the 2 competitors we're going to be having compete. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click round 1. And we click it 1 time. And the first thing we're going to do once we click it is we're going to click insert. Okay, remember insert, because we are creating a new competition. So I click insert. And then the system will ask me, okay, that competition you are creating is gonna be on what number? On what number of event? On the event 20. Remember, that's the event we created. Yeah, the 20. So once you pick it, you get your scoreboard. And remember this long screen. We're gonna do the little tricky thing, the make-believe, that we are working with 2 monitors. Remember, this space, we're talking about like this is another monitor, and this is like another your laptop screen, and this should be like your external screen, the one that you're gonna be putting for the public to see. So we're gonna make believe that this is not the same computer. I mean the same computer, but not the same monitor. Okay, so what we're gonna do is now, remember, we're gonna open the external scoreboards. Remember how we do that? We go to Judges Scorecard, and then we open Display External Results. Remember, this is the same way we did the individual kumite and how we have been doing it with kata and everyone else. We just pick it. This little thing opens, this little window. And what we're gonna do now is we're going to read. And we get one here that says Pantalla Kumite Equipo, okay, which means screen for Kumite team. A lot of these words are in Spanish, but we're working right now actively on switching a lot of these words to English. So most likely when you receive your version of the software, most of these words will be already done in English. When you put your mouse over it, it will tell you the word in Spanish. So that way we could keep the software working on both languages, Spanish and English. There's a lot of competition done on those two languages, which is Spanish and English, and we want to cover both. But when we started the program, we started with the main language of Spanish, and we quickly realized that we should have started with the main language in English and then have the alternative language be Spanish. So we're switching it as we speak. So most likely when you receive these versions, a lot of these buttons will be already in English, and when you hover the mouse over it, the words will come out saying, the tooltips will say in Spanish what do they mean, so that the Spanish people can understand and the American people can understand too. So let's go quickly here. This is Team Kumite, and we just pick it, and then it shows me what kind of scoreboards do I want to see. Okay, and I get two type. We're not going to touch this type right now. We're going to touch this type right here. We're going to go where it says scoreboard equipo. Scoreboard equipo, okay? As you can see, you already got a couple of them already in English. Team, screen, see? But we're still on the process of that, okay? So this one is already here. Scoreboard equipo. Once we click it, first thing we got to do here is now pick what? We got to look for what? For the event number 20. Remember, because that's the one we're working right now. So when we click here, right here, we get our event. And remember, this is the monitor you're going to put on the other monitor. Remember, when you open a screen for the first time, you are going to get this black face of the numbers time, which you could just change by click quickly. And this is only one time. Once it's done for the first time in your computer, you will never have to do it again unless you want to change the face. Like when you have an iWatch, an Apple Watch, that you could change the different faces to see different type of watches. You could do the same thing here. You could go here, right click it on top of it, and choose the digital that you want to use. And right here you got one. You just pick it, and quickly you get your numbers looking the same way as the other screen. So this, you would just put it on the other screen, on the screen of the other computer, right? Of the other monitor, sorry. But it could be another computer too, it doesn't matter. But in this case, of another monitor. And quickly what we're gonna do is this. First I wanna explain something. You get a little tooltips right here. This one tells you of what event is this screen from. It tells you what is the event number of this screen, and it tells you here what combat is it running, so that if you get to have 25, 30 different screens in different areas and you don't know what points are related to who, with this you could quickly see, oh look, that's the screen going to that table or to that tatami, and you could quickly identify who it belongs to. This is just a little tooltip, very important, that been asked before, so we just gave it to them right there. So the other thing we're going to do now is we're going to go here, and we got to start with our scoreboard. If you took the previous courses, you already should know most likely how to handle the scoreboard. So I don't really want to go fully in depth of how to use the scoreboard. If you have any questions of how to use it, please refer to the video of individual kumite. And in the video individual kumite, the scoreboard, electronic scoreboard, we explain this really in depth, and we take a lot of time going through each one of these so that people can understand and know what are they getting. So I'll do a quick review of what is this, but assuming that you already have an idea of what are we doing, okay? So remember, here you get the number of the combat that you're running. Here you get the event you are in right now, the event number 20. You get the date of the event. All this information is given to you. You get the divisions, you get the categories, you get the tatami where this event is being held, you got the modality if you picked it, and then you get the queue, which is we're told is beyond the scope of this video. We will be reviewing it on the queue video. And then you get the select combat. Remember, like in individual combat, you had this screen too. So you gotta get this button in order to get what combat is gonna be running right now. And we said we wanted to have the first combat running. So we're gonna click the number 1, and this quickly gets me the name of the 2 first combaters, and it shows me right here who they are, okay? And we have a lot of real estate on this screen. So let me do something a little bit more nice. Give me 1 second. And this will help you, I think, I hope, to understand a little bit more. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this, but I'm going to take it off the window so that I could get a little bit of space. So I'll open this a little. Right here, I'll put it here. And then I'll open our scoreboard, which is just the number 20. And I'll put it here. Because what I want you to do is you could be able to see this and relate it. Okay, then the other thing we want to do now is we want to go here and get my scoreboard, and I'll put it right here so that it doesn't bother nobody. And we're gonna, you know, appreciate the space we got on the screen. So we go here and we open the combat and we put it right here. This looks beautiful right now because now I can see here my scoreboard. I can still see how the event is running, and here I also get to see what the public is seeing on their screen. Okay, beautiful. Great. So now, when I pick the combat number 1, it showed me these names, and these names should match these names here because this is the same combat, combat 1, and this is the names of combat 1. If we go to combat 2, it should say the names that are here in combat 2. Blue, yep. Red, yep. If we go to combat 3, it should say the names of combat 3. You see? Yep, they match. And if we go to combat 4, it should say the names of combat 4. Beautiful, yep, yes, they match. And if we go to combat 5, it should match also. And if we would have somebody on the combat 6, it should match too. Let's see if it's true. Well, we go here to combat 6. Beautiful. It did. So it did realize these names and it brought them to the screen. And remember, every time we were getting these names here, it would automatically being shown on our scoreboard. So the public is seeing the name of the competitors right here. See? So beautiful. This is great. I want to go to the combat number 1. That's where we want to start. And like before, here you start your time. Time starts, says go. Here you stop your time, jamais. Here you says stop, your time stops. Here you apply your points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. Here you get deducted 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Here you apply points, you apply points, you apply points. Here you're applying the senshu, and it gives you the senshu. If you give senshu to him, you don't get senshu here. If you give senshu here, you don't get it here, so you can't give senshu to both. You get the penalties. You get chikaku, keikaku, hansoku chui, and hansoku, which is a total disqualification. The dots appear here. You could go all the way here, and you got the dots. And if you go here, you got all the dots here. Beautiful. You get kiken if you're gonna kiken this competitor, and you get shikaku if you're gonna totally disqualify this competitor. Remember that when you hit a kiken here, a lot of things should be different. from the screen of individual kumite. Team kumite has different rules than individual kumite, in the sense that if you get disqualified here, you should get A and the other one get 0. So let's see if this is true. So for example, this competitor had right now 6 points, and this one had 3, but this one we're gonna say got disqualified. So this is algorithms already within the software that should do the logic and understanding and getting you the right result. Let's see if it's true. So if I get this guy Kiken, when I get results, this guy should get 8 points and this guy should get 0 points. Let's see if that's true. We click it, boom, beautiful. It worked because he understood the rules. He said, oh, if he gets a Kiken, this guy should get 8 points and this guy should get 0 points. Beautiful. But let's say it wasn't a Kiken. Let's say that he got Hansoku, which is another disqualification, but different from Kiken. We'll get Hansoku. Remember again, if this guy gets disqualified, this guy should get 8 points and this guy should get 0 points. Let's see if it's true. We click results. Oh, we got it. Beautiful. Worked it great. And remember, once we're doing all this here, also check your scoreboard. It's reflecting everything we're doing here. So the public is seeing the results of the event. Okay? So this is great, right? We got all this done. But my question is, what is going to happen with this screen? Do I have to type all this here now? Well, you shouldn't. The system should import that information with the yellow button. Remember, with the get information button? So let's try it. So before we leave here, remember, like always, you can print a report of this combat if you want to have information stored. So if you go here to print results, you get this report, beautiful report that tells you everything that happened in the combat, points, the different amonestations or penalties, the event you were participating in it, and if it was a Shikaku, you get your report right here written of all the information of why he got Shikaku and all that stuff right there. So we click X because we don't want to print that report. So beautiful. Let's see what happens now. So now I'm gonna hit OK, and both windows close. Beautiful. But I still don't get nothing here. No, remember, we gotta go first to the yellow button. We click get information, and beautiful, you see it got the 12 points. It got the event number 12. Remember that we created the number 12 event. So it got the event number 12, and it gave me the 8 points. But when we click save and give me the results, it shows you a win, 8 points, and this guy got a 0-0. Nothing for him. Nothing for him. And here, when we click results, we get 1 win and we get 8 points. Okay? So this got done. This is done. See, this guy got disqualified. This guy got his 8 point. So what we do now, we go for the next bout. So we click again, round 1. And now we're going to insert again. And I left this screen here, so you're not going to be able to see this one. Sorry for that. So we go back here. We're going to open the new event that just showed on the screen right here, the number 13. This will open the scoreboard for the number 13. And, sorry, I went here. And let me just click one more here, one more down, there. Beautiful. And I click view. It's open right there. Beautiful. This is on the scoreboard right now. And then I got this one right here, which is the combat we're going to be running. We got to pick the competitors. Remember, this is going to be the second competitor to compete right now. Oh, sorry. First, we got to pick the event. So remember, we picked the event number 20. It's right there. We got to close that window. Once that's done, now we could work with this. And we could just say right here now, we want the competitor number 2. Boom, it's showing on the screen. We got all the information. Let's say this competitor got 8 points. Beautiful, it shows me the win. I click OK, we just won. I say get results. Shows me on the screen he won. He won. This guy got 0 points. I click OK. And we could close. And again, we hit the yellow button first. Then we hit the green button. And we get the 1 win and the 9 points. This guy got 0 and this guy got 0. We go again one more time. We're gonna go now for the next combat. We click insert. Once we do the insert, we're gonna go for the combat number 20, the event number 20, sorry. And then we're gonna go again here. We're gonna get a new number, which is the 14, right? We could just go here, number 14, we click view. Shows me the scoreboard. We go here and we're gonna go for the competitors. We should be having the competitor number 3 competing. Competitor number 3 came out. Beautiful. They're right there. This beautiful. This is working great. We got everything there. So now, who wins? In this case, come on, let's let red win at least one. So red goes all the way and he got 9 points. Owl didn't get nothing. We click results. And we just click OK. And once we do that, we click close here. We get the information, apply the results, and beautiful. Yep, we got 1 win, 9 points, and this is the event number 14. So if in the future I would have wanted to look for these results, here I can see what combat was this one. So I can go to the database and look for the event 14 and I can see why did he win. Okay, let's keep going. We're gonna go for the next round. We're gonna click insert and we're gonna look for the event number 20. We're gonna pick here. We're gonna open the screen. It just created me the number 15. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna pick the number 15. Beautiful, I got it on screen. So now we wanna pick the competitors. We should be doing now the fight number 4. So let's pick the number 4 fight. Get the names here. Get the names here. Beautiful. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep going and we're gonna click. Somebody has to win. So let's say this guy win, but he didn't got 8 points. He won with 6. This one just won with 2 points. But the fight just finished there. The time, let's say the time ran up and there was no more time. So I click results. He just gave it the win because he has 6 points. We click OK. Beautiful. So now we click close. We click get. Click apply. And we get this guy with 2 points. But this one got 6 points. So he got the win. He gets the win. But he doesn't get a win. Beautiful. We already got the event running really nice. We're still missing this fight. We're going to go again. Insert event. We want to pick the event number 20. We want to get a combat, the combat number 16. This is our last fight, number 5. Gives me the names of the competitors. I got to make my scoreboard appear on the screen. So I'll just go down here and pick it. Click view. Beautiful. Got my screen. I got my competitors. Notice that every time I open the screen, it will open in the same spot. So I always gave you the idea that you can have this screen on your laptop side so that when you open here, automatically your screen opens on the external display. Beautiful. So somebody has to win. Let's make red get some points. So we'll give some points to this guy, but we'll make the win for red. But we don't give him, we just give him 8 points. We don't want to give him 9 points anymore. So we'll say okay. We click results. We say okay. We close this window. We got to get the results. And we hit save. And beautiful. This event is done. And now when we click save or get results, we get the check mark. Blue won. They had 3 wins against 2 loss, 2 wins. They had 29 points. They only had 19 points. And we could go to the report and we could see that event already is done. This event, we're still missing this event though. This event is already done. So we get this part of the information already there. Beautiful. That's great. Now what we got to do is we go to the next combat. So the next combat would be this one. Now I'm gonna add something here. Now I'm gonna add in an additional thing. And what is that? Okay, we're gonna work now with the other monitor, the ready up monitor, because remember, we could have the competitor number 2 get ready and show it on a different screen so that he knows he has to be ready up for this combat. And how we do that? Beautiful, simple. We're gonna go here again, and I know we have a scoreboard here already open. We have this one right here. This one is okay, it's no problem with this one. So in this case, what we're gonna do is I'll return back to our philosophy of having this be a one monitor. So I will not take a lot of space, only this. So we're gonna say this is one monitor, and we're gonna say this other area is another monitor. So this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go back here and open another scoreboard, and I'm gonna go display external scoreboard. I click it, but instead of opening the external scoreboard, this is gonna be here. I'm gonna open on the Team Kumite. I'm gonna open the Team floating window ready up screen. So I'll open this, I'll put it here. Okay, and remember, these two screens could be in my laptop side, but the windows that we're gonna be opening here, we'll have them on our external monitors. Okay, so again, we're gonna open the event number 20, and we get this screen. And then we're gonna open here the event number 20. Oh, well, sorry, this one we can't open because we still haven't done the combat. So this one stays the way it was. My bad. So this one we could just leave it here. This one we actually don't even have to touch it too much. The information is gonna be here, appear here, is gonna be based on what we check in the boxes here. So if I go here now and I say the combat we're gonna do is combat number 1, I should be readying up the combat number 2. So I'll click number 2 here, and when I click save results, I automatically get the 2 next competitors that have to ready up on screen. So they know now they gotta be ready up. You're next, you're coming up, you gotta get ready. Okay, no problem. Meanwhile, I'll be running this combat. So let's run the combat number 1. So I'm in the second round. I'm gonna insert my new combat, pick my event number 20, and it's gonna show over here for some reason. Oh, here it goes. Sorry, got it mixed up. Great. So we go here, and now we're gonna pick here my new event, and it should say 17 here. And yes, it's right. It created a new event. It's right there, the number 17. So I'll go all the way to the bottom, and we'll say view. And here we got our external monitor for this combat. Plus, the competitors are seeing in another monitor that these 2 guys have to be getting ready up. So in the meanwhile, these guys are going to be competing. So I'll pick these guys. I won the first combat. I'll click it here. Great. I got my first combat. It's these 2 guys competing. These 2 guys are getting ready. And this combat is running. We click stop. We click start. Jamais. This guy gets 6 points. This guy gets 2 points. This guy gets a penalty. This guy gets a essential, start and stop, and the fight ends up there. Let's say the time run up, time is done. So we click results. It gave the win to this one because it has 6 points, and we click OK. And remember, everything is still the same. We click here to close this window, and we go get the information first, and we save and get the results. Beautiful. Everything is running great. But these 2 guys are already getting ready up. They're already ready for their combat. So now I take him off the screen, and I'll put on the screen the other 2, the other 2 competitors. In this case, the competitor is number 3. So I click, get ready, boys. You're going to compete. Now I'm going to run the second combat. Yup, that's what I'm going to do. So I click insert. I pick my event 20. Beautiful. Then I go here and I pick my competitors. Yep, I'm in the competitors number 2. Yep, that's what I'm gonna run. And I say start fighting and stop Jamin, start fighting and Jamin. And all of a sudden this guy got 9 points. He won. He got 3 kicks to the head. Beautiful. We click results. This guy wins. Let's close that. In this case, I didn't open the external monitor. Just want to go a little bit more fast. I click close. I get my results. And I click start and save. And that's very important to know too. I didn't open my external monitor. What that means is if I'm in a country where they don't have monitors, they don't have the budget to have a TV monitor so that they could display their scores, you can still use this on your own laptop and do not use any external monitors at all. You can just run the software from here and, you know, be dictating to the referee what's happening and what you're doing, so that you can still do the event even though you don't have all the resources to make it look as fancy as it should. Okay, so beautiful. Now we got to ready up the competitors number 4, because we're going to run the competitors number 3. So again, we go back to click save so that the competitor shows on the screen. We go to the round. We're going to go to the round. We're going to go insert, and we're going to pick the event number 20, and we're going to pick the competitors number 3 because we already did the competitors number 2. So now let's say competitor red wins. He got the win. We say okay, and all of a sudden we get close. We go get, and we click save and show me the results. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for another round, but we're gonna say now the number 5 got to ready up, get ready up, and we're gonna run the event, the round number 4. For this one, I will put the scoreboard so that we could see the scoreboard in action. Okay, so I just want you to see that every single scenario you do will work. So we're picking the competitors number 4. We get our events down here, so we're gonna click. Yep, there it goes. Event number 20. Is it true that this is the number 20? Yes, this is the 20. This is the 20. So we click view. We get the scoreboard right there. We click. The guy got a wasari. This guy got a wasari, and all of a sudden they stay both in wasari. They didn't got any more points, so they got into a virtual draw. Even if we click results, nobody should be showing winning because nobody won. They're in a draw. We click OK. System closes. I go get results, and I click apply results. Okay, great. Everything is working fine. So we go again to create another combat. We're gonna click insert, and we're gonna pick our event, which is number 20. On this event, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick the competitors, which is the last bout. It's the bout number 5. We're gonna go here and we should get a new event. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, that's true. We got a 21. So let's click view. We're gonna check this out. Everything is running beautiful. And all we're gonna do now is give some points. This guy gets 2. This guy gets 3, and 1 he pawn. All of a sudden we gotta decide. Let's say the time run up, time finished, and all of a sudden we click results. Once we click results, we get the win. Beautiful. So we click OK. We click close. We get our bout. We click get. We get the information. Beautiful. Yeah. So when we click save, we get 1 combat. We get 5, 2 totals, and we got the win. This bout is done. So this match is already done. The first match. Okay, let's go for the second match. On the second match, we already had this second match done because this is the old information we had. We're gonna go for the third match. We're gonna go for this one. This is like our last match. Let's do this one a little bit faster so that we could just get it over with, so that we could see the results. Okay, so I'm gonna go here quickly. I'm gonna go insert. I'm gonna pick the event. I'm gonna pick the combat, which is gonna be the number 1. He made a Juko. He made a Nippon. He won. We click OK. I hope I'm not going too fast, but in this case, all I want to do is just go through the motions so that we could just get to the end, so that we could see the end of the event. We already got a win. We go for another bout. Remember, we're going to be using this. We had it activated here, so we got it deactivated here so that we could activate it now for this screen. And we click it here. Well, in this case, it will be this bout because we're going to do the second bout. We'll go here and say save so we could get those combatants showing on the getting ready up. So let's do the second combat. So we'll go here, we click insert, and then we click we pick the event. I hope I'm not going too fast. I pick here the event, which is going to be the event number 2 because we're already promoting the number 3, so we must be in the number 2. Okay, we're gonna have these two combatants fighting. He gets 6 points. Time is running. This guy gets 2 points. I say jamais. Time is up. This guy gets a couple of molestations. This one gets a couple too. At the end of the day, we get a result. This guy wins. We click OK. All of a sudden, everything is flowing beautiful. We click close, and we get the results. Beautiful. And then we apply the results. Yes, he gets a win. He gets 6 points. He only gets the points. Okay, so let's keep going. We're gonna take this guy off. We're gonna go for the number 4. We're gonna say apply the settings, right? So we're gonna go for the combat. We're gonna go for the insert, and we're gonna go for a event number 20. Remember, it's gonna create me a 24 event combat. And we're going to look for the combat 24. Yep, it's there. So we click a view so we can see it on the scoreboard. And we're going to just pick the combatants. The combatants for this fight is going to be the number 3. So quickly we get him here. We get him here. Yep, they're there. And these guys are the 2 ready ups. Unfortunately, when we picked the combatants, we picked the same guys. So that's no big deal, but we keep going. So we're gonna give some points. The guy gets some points. He wins. Let's give a result. The other guy just gets 0. And we click close. And let me show you what I was trying to tell you. You see, when we picked the combatants here, you see, in the 4th event, we picked the same 2 guys. So that's why he brought me the same 2 guys. So yeah, just like this is a demo. It's no big deal. I picked them 3 times because look, I picked them there, and there. So let's keep going. We gotta get results. We save the results, right? Beautiful. So we're gonna go for the next combat. We're gonna go for the number 5 to promote it, and to get those guys ready up. We're gonna go for the event number 4. So we click the round. We're gonna pick the forget the combat. We're gonna go to get the event, and we gotta say what combat do we want to run. One of the number 4 is the combatants we want to have. Unfortunately, we got the same 2 names. We could be a little bit more careful next time. We got the 6. We got the 2. Maybe they're twins. Okay, so let's go. So somebody wins. Okay, this guy won. So we click OK, and here we just go close. And we go get the results, say save the results. And now we could just leave it on the number 5 because there's no number 6. If we put number 6, it will be showing in blank. So those are the 2 last guys. So let's do that bout. We make sure we click everything here. So we go for this one, and we go insert. We want to do the combat. So we say yes, it's going to be on the event number 20. The competitors are going to be the number 5. It's the last round. And we're going to go here, and we should have a new event, which is the 26. And we could see the event 26 right here. Great. Looks beautiful. So we got the competitors. Yep, they're the same guys. Everything is running beautiful. And this is the last combat. So let's do this one a little bit more nicer. The time starts. The referee says jamais. We get him in a pawn. The referee says hachime. You start your time. Then the referee says jamais. This guy gets in pawn 2, and all of the sudden, time runs up, and none of them got to have Senshu. Let's assume they both had Senshu, because if we had Senshu for him the way it should have been, because he was the first one to get the point, if we would have clicked OK, we would have get results, it would have given me him winning already, because he has the Senshu. So the system does the Senshu for you. The system knows the rules for Senshu and creates the Senshu automatically if you just don't do it. So we click OK. Okay, and now we just say close. We get the results and save. And bada bing, bada boom, this combat is done. And now it's time for us to do what? Well, blue won, but now we want to know who won the whole event. And remember when I told you, then the other case we had everybody winning one, so we had to go to this column to figure out who won. This is an easy one, because in this one, this guy got 2, so team number 3 got 2, team number 1 got 1, and team number 2 got 0. So this is a simple one. First place, second place, and third place. We don't have to go through this area to figure out who won. So wow, we just covered, I think, just about everything. Last thing we could just go here is, remember, you could print your reports. Reports will give you the total number of the whole event with each score for each competitor. This is great for the coaches. This is great for the committee if they want to have like a record of the event. You get the other one for the last bout, and you get every information there. We got the same thing, who won, the points they got. Beautiful, we got everything. I think we just covered everything with the Team Kumite with electronic scoreboard, only for the version of 3 team competitors. I don't wanna overwhelm you with information, but you also have an additional scoreboard you could show your public if it's something that you are interested in doing. Let me show you. If you go here and you look for external scoreboard and you open a new scoreboard, you could have this in another monitor, right? This could be your scoreboard for points, this one for ready up, and this scoreboard in another monitor could be for the public and the coaches to know who's winning. So look what you do in this one. You pick the first scoreboard because you're working with a three teams scoreboard. If you click it here, you get this window. You pick the event 20, and look at this. I'm gonna open this one a little bit bigger because this is a little bit bigger scoreboard. When you get it done on your screen, this is what you will put. And look at this. This goes showing the public what's happening on your screen, but without no interaction of yours. For example, if I go here, this is the team 1 and 2, and I go here, team 1 and 2, and let's just do some changes so we can see how it changes here. If I go here and all of a sudden I say this guy won and this guy didn't, and I click results and I go here, get results, and then results. Let me do it one more time. I go here, sorry, there, yep, and I go here. Yeah, I leave it like that. Oh, my bad. It did it. Instead, I was looking at this, and these are remember the extra bouts. Yeah, it did it up here. Yeah, so when we pick it here, it gave me, if I put the number 1, I say apply the results. I get the results here on the screen, so the coaches could see the information that you're seeing on your screen on the public screen without you having to interact with this screen at all. So let's say this combater had 9 points, and we click save the results. When we look here, we got the 9 points. The coaches could keep score themselves of how the teams are doing. And when you switch to the other team, What you got to do is you come to this screen and then you switch it for them so that they can see now the next bout. And when you go for the other bout, then you go for you come here and you switch it and they can see the next bout. And if you want them to see this result, you just got to go here and you put the results and they get to see the result themselves. So you can have this information in another screen so that they can see this information and have it as a scoreboard of the Team Kumite event. I just added that in there as a bonus. It is part of the program, so it's very important to know it. And you get one for Kumite of three teams, and you get one for when you use the 4 teams. When you use the 4 teams, this is the one you will be using, because this one has a little bit of more tabs than this one and gets different information, because 4 teams is a different type of event. You're going to see it when we do it in the next slide. And the same way you get here the scoreboard, the ready ups. These are the ready ups, and this is all in your external scoreboard. So as I said, this scoreboard screen is very powerful. It's very powerful, and it gives you a lot of options that makes your tournament look beautiful, right? Makes it look gorgeous with a lot of information, very professional. And if you have enough people to run your event, you can have a lot of people in charge of different things, so that all this looks very sharp and very, very professional, and make your event look really nice, really nice. And at the same time, you know, avoid problems by mistakes that could happen, because remember, you're using human beings. They're not computers, and the human being can make errors when you make them do things by hand and you make them do things that are not electronically done. With this computer system, the Karate Tournament System, you get everything professionally done and working beautiful, so that your event looks beautiful too. So with that, I don't wanna do something different from the other videos, but I think I don't have to do the recap. If anyway you want to do a recap, just go through the video all over again, because this one is a pretty long one, and that could be your recap. At the end of the day, the videos are going to be there for you every time you need them. Just go back and review, and if you're going to be in charge of Kumite individual, Kumite team Kumite, always go to the right video to review it before you go to the event, so that way you're pretty sharp on your decisions and on your running of the system. So my friends, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for everything, okay? Check you later. Bye-bye.